Are your speaker outputs 100 ohm?
This is, the speakers, most of these are 8 ohm. They can be easily changed. There's nothing particularly fancy about them. If you take that speaker off, that's a 13 millimeters tiny. Okay, it's a generic speaker. The speaker is pretty pitiful, okay? But actually, if you take that little tinsy-wincy speaker and you put it in a cup or some other baffle system, it's quite loud. And if you take that output and you put it on a big stereo speaker, it'll rumble your diaphragm. So it all comes down to the physics of the enclosure, and that's the big challenge, particularly in N-scale. This has the same output as the one of the G-scale we're about to release, and that is very loud as well. So the problem is not enough output power, the problem is coupling from the speaker to the air. That's the physics of the matter. There's no shortcut to that. It's a challenge.
What is the generic diesel sound?
This, the generic, what is it? It's a 38-2, SD38-2. And I think it's a challenge of prime mover in the chuff, the exhaust, and the whistle. So it's the Challenger ski and the SD38-2. So those schemes are also due to be upgraded a little bit. We'll clean them up.
When are they going to be available?
Which units?
All
these are shipping now.
Oh, you're shipping now?
All of them. We also have
They'll be available at the show.
We have another 7 sound decoders in the pipeline, which we'll probably release over the next 2 or 3 months.
Okay.
Plus, we've got a whole bunch of schemes. So I would hope we have the original recordings we've done. We've got all of, I think it was another 20 or 30 schemes, different locomotives we have. We just haven't had time to put the effort into this the last couple of years because, as you might have noticed, we moved 300 miles south, and that was a pretty big job. And when we made the commitment to move, we made the commitment to retool production, we made the commitment to rejigger everything. Everything top to bottom was redone. We had no production staff moving us. Okay? So we built over 100 different products. We had to bring up everything from scratch 2 years ago. That was fun. I mean, it got us a chance to really look at everything. We built much better product now. We built more of it, less problems, works good.
Did you say downloadable sounds also?
Yeah, all of them downloaded, all of our decoders. We decided early on that we were never going to be able to pick our sounds that we like that you're going to like. And we'll pick some particular Nathan horns or whatever and put them in there, and you're going to say, the locomotive I want to model didn't have that. That's fine. Put the one you want in there. So the horns are actually very easy to change. That's probably the easiest thing to change. That's a few clicks and a few drags and done. Very, very satisfying.
So is this the decoder I'd have to use in a pre-2 locomotive, or is there something else I can use?
Pre-2.
45-2 or 40-2?
Yeah, it will fit the SD45-2.
But a pre-locomotive, is this what I'd have to use in a 40? Or SD40 or SD45?
Yeah, this one, the one before that is, how do we go back?
Oh, that'll fit in a pre-2.
How do we go back?
All right.
This one here, this would be what would go to narrow, like a 40-45.
Okay.
This one here. Now you could put the generic SDM144, you can cut the connector off, and you could wire it in. What a pain in the butt. So basically, this one here, there's also the K2, the K2 family is coming out as well, which will take care of the RSC2 and the SD80 Mac here. So, and that's an ironic thing is that Kato has the smallest N-scale locomotive and their largest diesel. Use one, the K2 form factor. So basically, we will have pretty much the whole range of current decoders we build to date. We will have a sound version available as well. So our goal is to give you an option. It's cost-effective sound. It isn't, particularly fancy. It's going to be good quality, reasonable sound if you wish to use it. Any questions? Is that any?
You don't have any questions?
Wow, that was easy.
We can go on. See, coming next, more sound. That's what he said.
Good slide.
That's a good, you like that slide? I got that one right.
Yeah.
I had to keep it to a minimum. No worries warranty. We introduced the no worries warranty last year, we made it official. I just want to remind you all that we do have the no worries warranty. It's 1 year, no worries against any manufacturing defects or accidental customer damage on everything we make. That's it. It's very simple, straightforward, no tricky language. We've been doing this actually for a long time, and we realized it a couple of years ago that, hey, we've been doing this, we might as well say it. So, no worries warranty is in effect. Warranty procedures, just a reminder for everybody who might not know that they can send things in. A lot of times you'll hear out on the sites, people talking about, oh, my thing is broken, blah, blah, blah. Send it in, let us fix it, okay? Contact tech support first. Talk to Dave or whoever's talking on tech support that day. See if they can help you get it up and running without having to send it in. A lot of times it just takes resetting everything back to factory defaults and the decoder runs again. There are a lot of things he can help you with just by listening to your command stations over the phone. They have beeps in them that we can hear on the phone. We can diagnose things that are going on. So call before you send it in, see if we can get you back up and running. If we can't get you back up and running, go to Digitrax.com, fill out the repair form. The repair form has a place for your name, address, and phone number so we can call you and ask you questions if we can't reproduce what you say is happening. It also gives us your address so we can send it back to you, which is fairly important.
We do get stuff in without addresses and our phone numbers.
Just we do. Brenda's got one now on the shelf. It's been sitting there for 2 months. She has no idea who it came from. It's been repaired. They wrote what was wrong with it, but they didn't tell us who they were. There was no information on the envelope. We save the envelopes when we open stuff to, to see if we can trace back in case somebody sends it without information. Fill it, just give us your information, okay? We're not going to share it with anybody. We don't do that. Send it to Digitrax. Oh, package the product securely. I can't tell you how many decoders we get that are in just a regular white mailing envelope, like you mail a letter in. Not good. The post office just loves to run those things through their little postal stamper and just squish them and package securely. Mailing envelopes, the padded mailers are great for little decoders, for bigger stuff. You're going to need a box, a shoe box, anything you got. Send it to us using a trackable carrier if at all possible. In the U.S., we prefer UPS. From Canada, Canada Post is really good about letting you track stuff, so we prefer Canada Post if you're shipping from Canada. This procedure, why do we do it this way? We get questions from the dealers, questions from the end users. Why can't I just take it back to my dealer? Well, let me give you a little background on why. We can get you back up and running more quickly if we don't have you take it back to the dealer and then have the dealer hold it for a few days and then they finally ship it back to us. Send it to us directly, it'll get to us faster and it'll get back to you faster. We can spot any emerging product issues earlier if we had you send it back to us with your written note telling us what's wrong with it. Because if all of a sudden we see 10 of these decoders, the latest new thing coming back and they're all having the same problem, we can adjust manufacturing right away, that day, to prevent any future problems and get you back up and running quicker. So we really like to get them back to us instead of going back to the dealer. And it lets us keep the repair costs to a minimum that way. So we don't have to ship it twice and, look at it more than once, have the dealer look at it and the dealer calls and then they try to fix it. And it's back and forth and back and forth. And engineering, AJ, gets to see more quickly what might be going wrong. So, help us with the warranty procedures. If you have a problem, send it back. We're going to get it going for you and make it right. Any questions on warranty stuff? Yes, sir.
Is this you've emphasized this quite a bit, is this a fairly common occurrence that decoders have to be sent back? Or?
No, it's not particularly common. It's just that when you have something go wrong and you call in, you're going to be upset to some degree because something's gone wrong. And we want to give you assurance that we are going to take care of you, we're going to get you back up and running, and we do have a warranty procedure to fix things that do go wrong.
Yes, we like to see if there's any trends or something happening. I would guess, Dave could correct me, we probably have 75 to 80% of the decoders sent back have no problem. send them to factory default, they work fine. We test them, we can return them. So it's really a question of trying to keep customer satisfaction up. This is the part that if you have trouble, we're there to help, and we generally can get you going. Somebody can answer the phone and get it resolved.
Now, if smoke has come out of it, it's probably going to have to come back. It's hard to get the smoke in. It's not good when it gets out.
Even if it's a steam engine?
No, repairs not really that big a deal. Brenda doesn't even have a full-time job taking care of the repairs. She gets, a few here, a few there. Some of the days of the week are busier than others. We get them repaired and sent back. And like AJ says, if most of the people had called ahead on the decoders that get returned, and they had gone through the process with Dave and they had done what he said, Grumpy, hey Grumpy, if they had done what Grumpy said and reset the decoder to factory defaults, most of those decoders would have never had to make the trip to Panama City. Pretty simple stuff. Product announcements. How do we make product announcements? We've sort of changed the way we do this in the last couple of years. We've stopped making product announcements at trade shows because it's not fair to everybody. If I come to the trade show today and I announce to you 10 new decoders, you're going to be very frustrated that you can't walk over to your dealer and get it. Now, the person who asked a minute ago, when are these shipping? You were surprised to hear that they're shipping now. The dealers have them at their booths, they're ready to sell right now. He's telling me I have 5 minutes till he's going to change the tape. So let me get through this quickly so we can do question and answer after he changes the tape. We want to try to reduce your anxieties when something's announced, because we know it's irritating. Model railroad companies have a long history of doing this. We announce it, and then it takes us forever to get it out, and then you order it, and you become frustrated, and it's a vicious cycle, and we'd like to break that cycle. So the way that we announce products today, we have what's called a Digifax that goes out to our dealers. They get that information first. It's on. We have a separate website for our dealers that they get all the information on. So they're fully informed before you guys get informed. So 3 to 5 days after they get the information, it goes live on our .com website, which is where all of you hopefully are going to check out what we're doing. And that is the first announcement to the general modeling community, is on the .com site. So keep in touch with your dealer for new product announcements. Check the .com site. And we also have a mailing list feature on the .com site that you can sign up for. And the day we post things that are new, there's a blast email that goes out to anybody that's on that mailing list. So that's how to find out about the new stuff that's coming out. Any questions? No questions. Okay, they need to change the tape. So bear with us for a minute while we change the tape.